raid on Sean Diddy Combs' LA residence by federal agents. This is a story that we broke here on Fox 11.
Mario Ramirez is outside of his Holmby Hills home right now with the latest developments for us. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Quiet right now, but it was a chaotic scene with federal agents rushing into the home here behind me. There were two separate raids, one here in this upscale neighborhood, the other in Miami, both connected to a federal sex trafficking investigation. Take a look. Fox 11 was the first to show you the raid here locally, led by Homeland Security, heavily armored federal agents making their way into the home on Mapleton Drive, associated with rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs and his production company, Bad Boy Films. Dozens of agents searched the property for hours, leaving with boxes of evidence. A similar scene at the Miami Beach property listed in his name as well. The properties raided in connection to a sex trafficking investigation, although Department of Homeland Security officials haven't named Diddy as the focus. The 54-year-old has been at the center of several sexual assault and sex trafficking allegations in the last year. That's something Variety's executive music editor has been covering extensively. Listen.
Been rumors like this for years, for decades, about this kind of behavior from him. I don't know whether they're true or not. You know, yes, he could be an unpleasant person. That is widely available on video. A lot of really successful people can be. Innocent until proven guilty, one would hope.
And you can see him here, this video from TMZ showing the hip-hop producer pacing outside of a customs office at a Miami airport after the properties were raided. And this was also after he was reportedly stopped and questioned by federal agents moments before. Coming back out here live to the raid that was here in Holmby Hills yesterday, we did see a few people being detained by authorities, reportedly Diddy's two sons, who were questioned and released. Reporting live here in Holmby Hills, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
Hey, how many of y'all beginning to believe that the media is just screwing with us? I also believe that the FBI just simply follows social media to conduct these sting operations. You know, I got another question. Are you not entertained? See, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try to teach you something about how the media operates. And we're going to dig a little bit beneath the surface, because I see a problem with our judicial system. I see a problem with our entire country. And I'm going to bring some of these things to the forefront. I want y'all to stay tuned, man. Tap in, tap in. Hit the like button on your way in. Let's get to it.
New breed. We going scorch earth with this one. Can't you see what these rappers doing? Yeah. Hey. We've been working on a process, and found a jewel in the conscience. Time to rule out the gossip and bruise all the sacrilegious views they've been lost in. See the truth in plain sight, camouflage. You can't hide from it. Time to oblige it. No more distractions. We in a crisis. And now the righteous clashing with the titans, badgering the Vikings, piercing them with tridents. The deafening silence is all in the air. Not a narrow path, it's now just a trail. Get it on our own, is what has been revealed. Another broken seal, another hopeless shield that's dying on that hill. My scarf is better chill. I'm Holy Spirit filled, bucking going for the kill. You can't comprehend what's real, cause they feeding you with poison. The radio destroys us and convolutes our choices. Music is life, but it's death in their voices. Lust, sex, drugs, gang violence, they done spoiled us. Music is life, but it's death in their voices. Gun, sex, drugs, gang violence, they done ruined us. They got us sick. Can't you see what these rappers really doing? They making money, but they out here ruining us. Can't you see what these rappers really doing? They making money, but they out here.
This the music that we need to cleanse the soul. Music industry disease. That's not a cold. You gon' need you a vaccine. Act like you know. See, the devil got a team. palm trees. Got treated below sea, know just what you need. Got what you want, first he wants you on your knees. Don't even front, this is everything you dream. Let's wrap this up in order to RAP. Let's clear this up, don't forget to add the E. Power bottoms up and parties with Diddy. Light a candle up for some of your family. You know what's in your cup, the blood of babies. Go ahead and drink it up, that's you and never me. But don't you mess it up, a sick industry. We tryna wake you up, but now you finally see these rappers really suck, and that's literally. They tryna get you up, they will use your greed. Yes, a master, you a coon for white supremacy. But broken, you a coon on the airwaves for we. But broken, you a coon. Music industry got you running towards doom.
Can't you see what these rappers really doing to ya? They making money, but they out here ruining us. Can't you see what these rappers really doing to ya? They making money, but they out here ruining us.
Welcome to New Breed Global Truth, where you can get the real deal, you know, the truth. One word comes to mind in this whole Diddy fiasco, and that word is PSYOP. It seems to be a new scandal on Diddy every other week at this point. And there's a lot of accusations. There's a lot of things that seem to be going on, but it never ends in Sean Diddy Combs leaving in cuffs. You know, being detained is one thing, and seeing this public humiliation is another. But actually being, you know, incarcerated for his actions, his public actions. You know, you would think between the Sean situation years ago, you would think about his name being brought up in the Keefe D situation. You would think that Diddy would have been implicated in the murder of Tupac. He was implicated, but you think he would have been brought before a court, a grand jury at this point. Also, what he did to Cassie for years, end up paying her off. Now we are to believe the feds are just, you know, they just going and raiding Diddy's home. It just looks like it's a show, a distraction, if you will, to really keep us from really paying attention to what's going on. And my question is this. If y'all believe that Diddy is sex trafficking, you know, why didn't this raid happen when this occurred?
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Con.
What's your other last name?
Eva Baron.
Eva Baron Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it because it's crazy out here online. So I play with the kids, and I got permission from your mother, and say all of that to just make it because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So.
6 months is crazy.
I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baron Combs. Come on. Let's go.
Could the feds have been looking for Ava? I mean, they raided his Miami home as well as his LA home, and for some reason they didn't find anything. They just pretty much brung out a bunch of boxes with undisclosed evidence that was taken out of Diddy's homes. I mean, I got another question for y'all. Why Dan Snider of Nickelodeon ain't been raided? How is it that we're living in a time where you got these predators who can publicly display predatory behavior? You can make whole documentaries about these individuals. And it seems as if our judicial system is broke. It's almost like they're campaigning to normalize certain behavior. And while campaigning to normalize certain behavior, they got us caught up in the whole show of it all, when there's nobody being really brought to justice. It's at a point where what is America trying to show us? I mean, yeah, Diddy home was raided. They're not telling you what they took out of his home. Boxes, sealed boxes. Could it be that Diddy is connected with a cabal within Hollywood? And there's evidence on multiple people who will be implicated in these rings? The whole industry is sick. The industry in which we support. What do I mean by we support? Because that is what gets the attention of the people. The people love to support their music. The people, you shun the truth. You know, the majority of people, there may be quite a few people who come over here who in the overflow, who not normally watching this material because they're not interested in truth. But even with this celebrity nonsense, I'm going to tell you the truth. Could it been that Diddy got a lot of people implicated and they were just in there to collect evidence? Because you got to think, everybody party with Diddy. See, is this the end of Diddy? To take Diddy out, you have to take the whole industry out. Because again, everybody parties with Diddy within the industry. They all do it. They all got demos on them. Diddy is just the fall guy. You got your pastor Power Bottoms in there shaking his ass with Diddy. You got a lot of Christian ministers. Believe it or not, you got governors and politicians that be up in Diddy's parties too. That's how it really is. So what was the FBI doing? What was the FBI doing? Are they really there to take Diddy out, or is Diddy being briefed? I'm about to let y'all in on something. Watch this. I'm the first one to tell y'all just like this. Actually, I'm not. Kanye was. Diddy is a Fed. Y'all don't see what's going on? These are covert operations that you see going on in the media. Diddy is a useful puppet. The reason why Diddy keeps skating and getting away, the reason why it seemed like Diddy has diplomatic immunity to all the horrendous crimes he's been accused of, is because Diddy is a Fed. Do you understand? This is why he's able to do what he's doing. And 9 times out of 10, that is to get people talking. That whole raid is to get people talking. And Diddy was just simply being briefed again. And they got to make it real. They got to give you a dramatization. They got to get everybody talking. They got to get everybody eyes off the prize and what's going on in the real news right now. Vladimir Putin, Russian president, just revealed that Jesus Christ is black. That should be big news. That should be all over the headlines right now. But instead, what are we talking about? We talking about nasty ass P. Diddy. Just a week ago, we was talking about Diddy and Meek Mill's relationship. There's some audio surfacing around which sound like Meek Mill himself getting his cheeks blown out by Diddy, and that's surfacing everywhere. And somebody keeps getting it removed because it may be real audio. But that's the music industry. It's a sick, demonic place. Do you still want to be a rapper? Do you still want to be in the industry? Do you still want to chase that glory? I just seen a picture of Playboy Cardi. He didn't turn himself into a straight up female. He didn't turn himself into a woman. This is what's happening in the industry. These guys are getting turned out left and right. They going in men and they leaving out butchered, battered, and destroyed in every way possible. Like I said in the track, these rappers, they suck literally. And Diddy's a gatekeeper. You think they don't know what he got going on? They're going to probe his house for trafficking. Come on now. What do they think they was going to find? And another situation has arose where it could have been a neighbor of Diddy's. Could have been a neighbor of Diddy's. Because his neighbors claim that Diddy is bringing minor children by the busload to his house late at night. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all. Is it possible that it's happened? Absolutely. But you think the feds don't know? We live in an age of technology. If they wanted to catch Diddy doing something, Diddy would have been behind bars. Diddy's a fed. And it's a lot of industry plants. It's a lot of cops in the industry. It's a lot of feds. It's a lot of narcs. Peep this.
Diddy Combs' neighbor claims Diddy brings minors to his house by the busload late at night. Check this out. Yeah, tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like buses, like big ass buses. You can see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the ball. Combs' Los Angeles mansion is in.
So let's say hypothetically that neighbor's telling the truth. You think it would have took the feds this long to do a sting operation, to do a sex trafficking probe on Diddy? Not at all. What's in the boxes is what I want to know. What did they bring out of those boxes should be the question. Because if you wasn't listening, they brought some evidence that they're not trying to disclose to the public. Listen to this carefully.
And you can see him here, this video from TMZ showing the hip-hop producer pacing outside of a... in the last year. That's something Variety's executive music editor has been covering extensively. Listen.
Been rumors like this for years, for decades, about this kind of behavior from him. I don't
So it's been rumors for years, for decades, but why now are they doing this?
know whether they're true or not. You know, yes, he could be an unpleasant person. That is widely available on video. A lot of really successful people can be. Innocent until proven guilty, one would hope.
And you can see him here.
Somebody said it's probably paraphernalia from Diddy's parties. I think it's, personally, I believe it's other people being implicated. I believe it's honeypots on all of the rest of the entertainers who go to Diddy's parties. And what they doing at these parties ain't what you think. It ain't just them interacting with each other. It's a lot more going on in them Hollywood hills than we can imagine. Somebody said it could be videos. It could be anything. It can be a demo on every single politician in the Los Angeles metropolitan area. It can be what they really be getting into late at night. TD Jake's probably on them tapes. You think that Hollywood is going to blow the lid off of all this? Listen, let me tell y'all something. The feds is in on it. Nubreed, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're going way too far with it. Nah, I'm not trying to hear that. I believe the feds know exactly what goes down in these Hollywood circles. And a lot of these actors, actresses, musicians, these mega rich artists, they have diplomatic immunity. And TMZ is a Fed organization as well. Diddy ain't, listen, Diddy's not going to jail for this. You got Lecrae up in there partying with Diddy. You got a whole lot of people who are going to be implicated that they're not going to take out. They're not going to just blow the lid off of everything. Diddy is being used. This is called a humiliation ritual. Diddy is boule. And if Diddy does go down, it's because Diddy stopped doing the rituals. Because that's how it works. It's satanic like that. Only way Diddy gonna go down is if Diddy stopped the madness, stop the rituals. That's how it works. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to believe the stories they telling y'all on the media. Now, this is all by design to keep us distracted from what's really going on in the world, bro. The only news we should be hearing at this point is P. Diddy is arrested. So we know there's another predator off the streets. That's all, and that's it, folks. That's the only news we should be hearing. But why are they running you through all this yellow tape? Why are they spinning us around all this rigmarole? Because everything is scripted. That's why. It's scripted. You just got to listen and read in between the lines when you watching the news, man. Straight up.
Homeland Security, heavily armored federal agents making their way into the home on Mapleton Drive associated with rap mogul Sean.
Now, mind you, Diddy wasn't there. Now, if this sting operation was that precise, you think they didn't have intel to know if Diddy was home or not? Diddy was on a private plane going to New York somewhere or Miami or wherever he was going. You think it wasn't done on purpose? That they did this while Diddy wasn't home? Come on, use your mind. This is a play on the people. Let's go.
On Diddy Combs and his production company, Bad Boy Films. Dozens of agents searched the property for hours, leaving with boxes of evidence. A similar scene at the Miami Beach property listed in his name as well. The properties raided in connection to a sex trafficking investigation, although Department of Homeland Security officials haven't named Diddy as the focus.
Now you see how they're throwing mystery out there. So how did he get his home raided as a sex trafficking probe, but Homeland Security didn't even list Diddy as the main person? See, it's all rumors and innuendos they going off of. You know how that's possible? Diddy is an informant. Diddy is a federal informant. That's the only thing. Listen, the more I evaluate this situation, the more the Most High is literally showing me that Diddy is a federal informant and that this is all a game and this is all a play on the public. A Hollywood distraction. There must be something way bigger going on right now. There has to be. That's the only thing that makes sense. Meanwhile, you got Dan Snider on documentaries, it really being exposed. Nickelodeon itself seems to be a trafficking ring. But Snider gets up there and gives his dusty ass apology, and that's it. Make it make sense. What is going on with this country where they have, while the feds have this selective outrage that they have when it comes to protecting children? What is going on here? In order for Diddy to continue to be successful, he must go through the humiliation rituals as well. He has to be put on Front Street. He has to be humiliated. That's part of Satan's agreement. And y'all seen Diddy's house. That's what come with the rudiments of this world. Diddy sold his soul and gained the fame a long time ago. And what came with it was that big ass house, you know, the finances, the fame, the notoriety, the respect, the power, the women, and whatever else the hell he dealt with. That's what came with it. But it also came humiliation. And that's what you're witnessing.
The 54-year-old has been at the center of several sexual assault and sex trafficking allegations.
So if he's been implicated in several SAs, why he ain't been arrested?
Last year, that's something Variety's executive music editor has been covering extensively. Listen.
Been rumors like this for years, for decades, about this kind of behavior from him. I don't know whether they're true or not. You know, yes, he could be an unpleasant person. That is widely available on video. A lot of really successful people can be. Innocent until proven guilty, one would hope.
And you can see him here, this video from TMZ showing the hip-hop producer pacing outside of a customs office at a Miami airport after the properties were raided. And this was also after he was reportedly stopped and questioned by federal agents moments before. Coming back out here live to the raid that was here in Holmby Hills yesterday, we did see a few people being detained by authorities, reportedly Diddy's two sons, who were questioned and released. Reporting live here in Holmby Hills, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you very much.
Top locals.
Now, could the neighbors had called him because of what they allege they seen in the middle of the night? Who knows? All we know is nobody was arrested. We know that Diddy is a sick individual. Diddy's a pervert. Diddy does a lot of questionable things. We know for a fact that, you know, he was implicated in the death of Tupac by Keefe D. We know that later on, after the shine, you know, after years, you know, he admitted that pretty much he bust his gun in that club that night when Shine ended up taking the fall. We know that Diddy is a criminal. We know that, but what keeps Diddy on the streets? The man is a Fed, and if y'all was going to go researching him for trafficking and all of that, all I know is this looks a little bit weird. Why they ain't go do their research when this happened?
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Con.
What's your other last name?
Eva Baron.
Eva Baron Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. but you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So I played with the kids, and I got permission from your mother, and say all of that to just make it, because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So, and
6 months is
then
crazy.
That's two different stories y'all just heard. One story is she was found on the streets and Diddy picked her up and said, come in my house and play with the kids. The other story was that she always been around and she been there since she was 6 months old and they were always cool. I mean, that's two different stories we have here. How many of you all sending your children up for adoption and sending them to Diddy's house? Well, all the rumors that surrounded him for decades now. And we want to talk about what's going on in Hollywood. That's weird right there. Where were the feds at? I got an even better question. Can somebody tell us where Ava's at? Can somebody tell us where Ava is at? Oh, y'all think it's just Diddy. How about what's that one lady who adopted all those black children from Africa? The lady with the lip implants. Y'all know her name. Played Laura Croft. Say her name in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What about all the countless Caucasian women who adopted multiple small black boys? Angelina Jolie, where are all these little black boys at? I got another question. How about Oprah, all the children she adopted? How about Madonna? Where are all these disenfranchised children? Where are they at now? I tell you what, some of the men are walking up and down Rodeo Drive. They're walking up and down Hollywood Hills with dresses on now because they've been turned into Transformers, robots in disguise. Raised up to be that. Some of them you haven't heard from them since. So if the feds want to raise something, how about take on all of Hollywood and let us know what was in them boxes? Because I can assure you they all connected. Everybody in Hollywood connected with Diddy. If he go down, everybody got to go down. But Diddy ain't going down because Diddy a fed. Kanye told you Diddy was a fed. Y'all don't believe me? Hold on. I believe when Kanye said that. Without a shot of a doubt. I thought he was just tripping at first. I thought Kanye was tripping at first when he said Diddy was a fed. But I think y'all need to hear how Ye said it. I think y'all need to listen. This was last year.
a life.
I am not.
I'm talking to you.
Hold on.
You know, this ain't a game. Said I ain't gonna. It's a little bit of truth to what Kanye West is saying in some of these posts. I ain't gonna say everything, right? It's almost like.
Hold on. I want to.
As far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these. All you fake hard. Wait, hold on. All you fake hard. You know what I'm saying? I'll get because you can't nobody anyway. And the reason why you got chalk is because you did a deal. You fed. Diddy is panicking right now.
Oh, the reason why what? Because you did a deal, you fed. Yo, Diddy did a deal a long time ago. Diddy made a deal back in the 90s. Yeah, well, when Tupac and Biggie was still alive, Diddy, he already had made a deal with the feds. Diddy been a federal informant ever since. That's why he's still around through all the crimes. Listen, let me tell you, the way Diddy be skating, anybody who have any level of street smarts whatsoever, you know that Diddy's a fed.
Now, after rumors started swirling that he could.
Oh,
As
listen.
far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these. All you fake hard. Wait, hold on. All you fake hard. You know what I'm saying? I'll get because you can't nobody anyway. And the reason why you got chalk is because you did a deal. You fed. Diddy is panicking.
Yeah, you heard it. I think Ye was telling the truth. I think Diddy's a fed. It is what it is. He's not going to nobody's jail because, you know, he's a snitch, federal informant, no doubt about it. And if he go down, everybody go down. People want to know if Diddy is done. No, Diddy is federal. Diddy is federal, bro. Let me pull up another video real quick. Diddy is straight federal. See if we can get a little bit more info on this home being raided. Because the news always tell on itself. You just got to listen.
We're following, and of course, we're trying to gather more and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox, as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very...
That's a fact. Diddy's dad was a rat too. That's a fact right there. That brother know what he's talking about in the chat. Let's go.
Dramatic, and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we were watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well, the long guns and a multitude of people. As you'll see, they'll zoom out a little bit just to see the amount of force they are using to get inside this home. And of course, the complex in which this home sits is a very expansive one for the American rapper and producer. You can see them checking inside of a vehicle. We don't know exactly what is involved, if Diddy's even there. We don't know a ton of information about this at all, but this was dramatic video coming in of the Los Angeles home there, raided by Homeland Security. Some of those images there on the backs of them. We also saw other images. I want to kind of quickly move to what else we saw as people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way, but you can see them. A dramatic video from our Sky Fox.
Why Homeland Security ain't raiding Nickelodeon? Why Homeland Security not dealing with the migrant crisis? We are to believe that Homeland Security is focused on Diddy, when we know people with common sense understand that everybody in Hollywood get down with the agenda. They all traffic. We know what it is out there. It gotta be a distraction. You know, as a YouTuber, these are the topics I actually hate covering, because once the veil is lifted and you can see and you know the games that they play, you know, it almost seems asinine to even cover these topics, because at the end of the day, people want to be entertained. But what I'm in hopes to do is that somehow, some way, addressing these particular topics that's popular on social media, I'm somehow hoping that I can reel you back into reality and break the spell. The Bible says that Satan would be the prince of the air. Where's the prince of the air, Breed? The airwaves. Listen, Hollywood is sorcery. Do you understand what Hollywood actually is? And all this is going on in LA. A whole production. Hollywood means sorcery. The wood that they use to make magic wands. You know, the wand on Harry Potter that cast the spells, that turn a frog into a plate and this, that, and the third. That's used. They use Hollywood to do that. Then this is what they do. They put magic on the people to snap you back into their matrix system. It's funny how they'll sit up there and tell you things, but they don't give you the whole truth. It's magic. It's ran by Satanists. These people are liars. Everything that come out of the TV is a damn lie. All of it. And anything aired on mainstream media has an agenda. Los Angeles. What is Los Angeles? Los Angeles is Los Angels. Los Angels. The fallen ones, the deities, the Nephilim. And I'm somehow trying to break this from you like, yo, you can't believe nothing they talking about. Don't fall for the hypnotism. Yeah, the city of fallen angels. Everybody up in LA who's successful in Hollywood, they go to the party. All of them do. Let's go.
Team there in Los Angeles as we continue to cover this. And our Fox 11 team is there on the ground right now as we speak. Let's take you out to some of their coverage here as we follow this developing story out of Los Angeles.
And then detain those 3 people inside. We haven't seen any signs of P. Diddy himself. Again, we're hearing that he is possibly in New York, but several people inside the home that will surely be questioned. Very chaotic scene when all of this happened. Lots of neighbors wondering what's going on, of course, and we'll keep you updated. But it's definitely going to be quite a scene here for the remainder of the day.
Yeah, when you see this number of law enforcement agencies coming together, making this type of raid to such a big, high-profile mansion like this, in a neighborhood like this as well, this is very thought out, methodical, planned out for days. So
this is very thought out. This is very methodical. This is very planned out. The news is telling you that this is scripted without telling you that this is scripted. But are you listening? Are you listening with discerning ears?
they base this on a number of information gathering that they've received and evidence or what they're looking for.
That don't make sense.
So clearly
they gathered this how? All watching social media? You think the feds don't know what P. Diddy is doing up in that house? You think the feds don't know what's happening with all these children who keep going to Hollywood? You think the feds don't know what's happening to child stars in Nickelodeon? You think the feds didn't know what was going on in Nickelodeon? It's like, it's comical. No. The feds get a lot of information from just watching social media. That's true. But they know firsthand what's going on. Yo, it's just a game, bro. It's just a distraction for real. Real talk.
This is not something they do lightly. They really go through the process of making sure that everything is ready before they conduct a raid like this. So yes, this took a lot of planning for all these multiple agencies to come together to actually now conduct a type of raid like this, as you're seeing right now with this street also shut down for the time being, because Haley, you could see the perimeter.
Why the feds ain't went to Disney yet? You mean to tell me Homeland Security, the feds, and everybody, y'all going to Diddy house, but y'all ain't going to Walt Disney? That's crazy.
Has
Disneyland
been set up in that neighborhood to keep just the public back from the work that's being done. And there you have the shot from Skyfox again, these heavily armed vehicles right next to all those luxury.
They gathered all this evidence. So you're going to tell the public that you gathered all this evidence on Diddy, but it ain't no warrants issued. And it ain't no arrest warrants. He not facing a grand jury. They have absolutely nothing. Only thing the news telling you is they removed some boxes. Will we even find out the content of those boxes? Will they release on the media what's in the boxes? Probably not, because it's demos on everybody, more than likely. It's demos on the whole town.
Cars, you already see a Porsche, a G-Wagon, so many luxury cars right there on that property. So it is a very differing juxtaposition there of what you're seeing. But look at this mansion here in Holmby Hills where the raid is taking place. Again, we don't know what exactly they're looking for, who they're looking for. But again, this could possibly be linked to a sex trafficking investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music.
So we don't know who they're looking for. We don't know where y'all got information of Diddy trafficking. We don't know a damn thing. We don't even know. Matter of fact, Diddy's name wasn't even on it. You see how the news don't tell you nothing. Nothing. That's what it's designed to do. Have people talking, but they gave you nothing. Tamara said it. It's smoke and mirrors, bro. That's all it is. Homeland Security should be at border control right now. Homeland Security should be doing a whole lot more than in LA, putting on a production for the people, claiming that y'all raiding Diddy. That's a waste of taxpayers' dollars. When we know that Diddy's a Fed and he worked for y'all, we know he's a confidential informant. We know that everybody is doing what they doing in Hollywood. Anyway, I'm done talking about it. It is what it is. Hey, hopefully you gain something from this particular broadcast that'll make you look at this a little bit different. Now it's back to the regularly scheduled programming of truth over here, even though you got some truth here too. But in this video, but you know, we like to talk about world events that actually matter towards our future. This right here is a smoke screen. It just is what it is. Listen, if you like to bless the work that's being done over here, support me on Cashapp at Nubreedglobaltruth77. Thank y'all for showing up. Y'all highly appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.